Vygotsky's social development theory is based on the idea that social interaction will lead to cognitive development. Vygotsky's theory is based on three main principles. The first is that when children are involved in social interactions, they are enhancing their cognitive development. Next, he goes on to talk about how children can learn from someone or something other than their parents and/or teachers. Children are always learning, and their peers and environment can aid that learning. The last main point Vygotsky talks about would be that each child has a zone of proximal development. What he means by this is that the zone of proximal development is different to each individual. It explains that the individual on that day learns best in a certain way. It also describes that the zone is different for the individual depending on the situation. Some of the researchers that have shown support for Vygotsky's theory would be Driscoll, Crawford, Werstich, and Schomer. Crawford uses the theory to integrate it into her theory, explaining how it can help learning and teaching mathematics. Werstich and Schomer explore social development further in human mental functioning. Driscoll uses Vygotsky's theory while explaining that and other theories as to how young children learn. All of them show a respect for Vygotsky's theory. Learning takes place all around individuals. The greatest impact and influence on a child would be their culture, where they were brought up, who they were brought up by, and how they are taught to view the world. Language falls under culture, but it is a key point on its own. Language determines how a child communicates with the world and is directly linked to cognitive development. Without the communication, the child would not be able to learn as much. After culture, problem solving is key. Children go through problem solving stages every day of their lives. How do I go to the bathroom? How do I tie up my shoes? When I walk, do I walk quickly or do I walk with a bounce? Children learn how to do these little things that are sometimes not seen in the grand scheme of things. And how do they learn what type of walk they have? Well, they've mimicked someone, often an older sibling or a friend that they think is cool. Deciding what to wear or what sport to play are other forms of problem solving that once again is influenced by their peers. Most of their day-to-day lives are taught by watching their peers. Social development in schools is important because school provides many opportunities for children to learn. They can meet so many other children and share their experiences. When teachers use scaffolding techniques, it gives children the chance to help each other learn. Teachers are giving so many different ways of teaching understanding of a topic that if one child doesn't understand something, then it gives the other children the chance to step up and teach each other. Culturally speaking, those that learn to read before they go to school impacts their learning in a positive way. It gives them a chance to start learning other subjects besides letters and what sound they make. Social development has great implications in schools. To learn more about Vygotsky's social development theory, you can visit Funderstanding or any of the websites listed.